Welcome to the Dropship.com podcast. Today, we're bringing you more e-commerce insights, dropshipping strategies, and all the inspiration you need to grow your business. Whether you're a beginner or a pro, this podcast is your one-stop shop for success. Ready to roll? Here are your hosts, Ava and Noah.
Hey everyone, and welcome back. You know we love to go deep on the topics you're most interested in, and lately we've been getting a ton of requests to unpack AI for e-commerce.
Yeah, it's definitely the hot topic right now.
So that's exactly what we're going to do today. We're diving into an article you sent in from the Dropship.com newsletter called AI Revolution in E-commerce, Mastering Prompt Engineering.
I think anyone running an online store is going to find some really valuable takeaways in this one.
Absolutely. Okay, so the article starts off by highlighting just how much AI can potentially do for an e-commerce business.
It's honestly pretty mind-blowing. We're talking about things like creating marketing content, generating product descriptions, designing visuals, even analyzing data to get those strategic insights.
Like a whole virtual team at your fingertips.
Yeah, it's pretty wild. Have you started experimenting with any of this stuff yet?
I've dabbled a little, but gotta admit, it's a bit intimidating. Which brings us to the heart of this article, prompt engineering.
That's the key. The article makes a really strong point that the success of using AI comes down to the quality of the instructions you give it, the prompts.
I guess it makes sense. It's like you can't expect to get a delicious meal just by shouting random ingredients at a chef, right?
Yeah, exactly. You need that recipe, those clear instructions. That's what a good prompt is for AI. It's the recipe for getting the output you want.
So prompt engineering is basically the art of crafting those really effective instructions.
That's it in a nutshell. And it's more than just typing in a request. There's a real skill to it.
Okay, I'm hooked. The article breaks down a step-by-step guide for creating these awesome prompts. First up, setting the scene.
Right. It's like, imagine you're briefing a human freelancer on a project. You wouldn't just throw the task at them without context, right?
No way. You tell them about your company, the target audience, the overall goals.
Yeah, exactly. You'd set the stage. It's the same with AI. You need to give it that background information. For example, if you're asking the AI to write a blog post about, say, a new type of sustainable fabric you're selling, you might start by saying something like, "You are a sustainability expert writing for an audience of eco-conscious consumers."
So you're not just telling it what to do, you're giving it a persona and a target audience to keep in mind.
Exactly. It helps the AI tailor its response to be more effective and relevant. From there, you move on to step 2, which is all about clarity and specificity.
I have a feeling this is where it gets really important.
You got it. Vague instructions lead to vague results, right? So instead of just saying, write a blog post, you'd give much more specific details. Something like, draft a 500-word blog post that explains the environmental benefits of this new fabric compared to traditional materials.
I'm starting to see how crafting these prompts is almost like its own little art form.
Yeah, for sure. And then step 3 takes it even further, defining the output. This is where you get super granular about what you want that final product to look like.
So this is where we specify things like tone of voice, style, and format, right?
Right. Going back to our blog post example, you might add something like, write in a friendly and informative tone suitable for a blog post. Make sure to highlight at least 3 key benefits supported by facts and statistics.
I'm already seeing how much more effective this approach is. It's like you're taking all the guesswork out of the equation for the AI.
Exactly. And then there's one final step that the article really stresses: iteration.
So even with a well-crafted prompt, we might need to go back and forth a bit.
Oh, for sure. Think of it as a dialogue. You give the AI the initial prompt, review the output, and then refine your instructions based on what you see. Maybe you need to clarify a point, add more detail, or ask the AI to explore a different angle. It's a process.
It sounds like that conversation aspect is key to really getting the most out of AI.
Definitely. There's a story in the article about a business owner who was using AI to create a visual for a social media ad. Their first few attempts were way off, but they kept tweaking the prompt step by step. Eventually, they ended up with an image that was perfect for their brand.
That's so encouraging. It shows that even if you're not a prompt writing wizard from day one, you can get there with practice.
Absolutely. And the more you do it, the better you'll get at anticipating what the AI needs from you to deliver those amazing results. It becomes more intuitive.
So we've laid the groundwork for prompt engineering. Let's get into the nitty-gritty now.
Yeah.
What are some specific ways we can apply this to e-commerce? The article highlighted a bunch of quick wins that sound really promising.
Oh yeah, there's so much potential here. Everything from writing social media captions that actually grab attention to crafting email subject lines that boost open rates.
It even talked about using AI to come up with catchy names for new product lines.
Right, that's one I've been playing around with. It's surprisingly helpful, especially if you're prone to getting stuck in creative ruts.
There's one area I'm really curious about using AI for customer outreach. The article touched on creating personalized email campaigns.
Oh, that's a great one. Imagine you're launching a new product line. Let's say it's geared towards outdoor enthusiasts. Instead of sending a generic email to your whole list, you can use AI to segment your audience based on their past purchases and what they've been browsing on your website.
So we can target customers who've already shown interest in hiking gear or camping equipment, for example.
Exactly. And you can tailor your email copy to speak directly to their interests. It's all about making that message relevant and engaging.
And I bet we could use AI to write those subject lines that are actually tempting to open instead of just going straight to the trash folder.
Definitely. Instead of a generic subject line like new arrivals, you could use AI to test out something more personalized, like gear up for your next adventure, new hiking essentials you'll love.
Okay, I'm convinced. But I have to ask, how do we actually tell the AI to do that? What kind of prompt would we use?
You'd want to be very specific. You could feed the AI information about that specific customer segment, like their past purchases, and then ask it to come up with subject lines that highlight the benefits of the new product line in a way that would appeal to them.
Let's actually try to craft a sample prompt right now.
Yeah.
Let's say we're targeting customers who've bought hiking boots from us before.
All right, how about this? Write 5 email subject lines for a new line of lightweight, waterproof hiking apparel. The target audience is customers who have previously purchased hiking boots from our store. The subject line should focus on the benefits of staying dry and comfortable on the trails.
I love it. It's concise, it gives the AI context, and it clearly outlines what we're looking for.
Yeah, and from there, you can even take it a step further and ask the AI to analyze which subject lines perform best based on open rates and click-through rates.
Wow, it's like having a built-in marketing consultant who never sleeps.
Exactly, and that actually ties back to one of the points the article made about productivity.
Oh yeah, it mentioned that businesses are seeing some pretty significant gains in efficiency once they start incorporating these AI tools.
For sure. They cited studies showing a 2x to 4x increase in speed for certain tasks.
That's incredible. Okay, so we've seen the power of prompt engineering and how we can apply it to real-world e-commerce scenarios. But there are so many AI tools out there now. Where do we even begin?
That's the million-dollar question. Luckily, the article tackles that next. So many tools, right? It
Yeah.
can definitely feel overwhelming. I think the article actually calls it the AI paradox.
AI paradox, huh?
I like that.
It's like you have access to this incredibly powerful technology that has the potential to revolutionize your business, but figuring out where to even start can feel so daunting that it stops you from actually using it.
Yeah, that's totally me right now. I'm excited about the possibilities, but also feeling a little bit lost. Like, okay, I get the concept of prompt engineering, but where do I actually go to put this into practice? What tools do I use? How do I choose the right ones? It's a common feeling for sure. The good news is the article breaks it down and offers some really solid guidance. It starts by talking about the importance of really understanding your needs and goals before you jump into any specific tool.
So, step 1, figure out what you're actually trying to achieve with AI.
Exactly. Ask yourself, what are your biggest pain points in your business right now? Where could AI potentially make the biggest impact? Are you struggling with content creation? Do you want to automate customer service interactions? Or maybe you're looking for deeper insights into your data to make more strategic decisions.
That makes a lot of sense. Like before you go shopping for a new car, you got to figure out what you're actually going to use it for.
Yeah.
Do you need a rugged SUV for off-road adventures or a zippy little compact for city driving?
I love that analogy. Once you have a clear picture of what you're hoping to accomplish with AI, then you can start exploring the different tools out there and see which ones align best with your needs.
Okay, so let's talk tools. The article mentioned quite a few: ChatGPT, DALL-E, Google, Gemini, Midjourney, Claude. It's a lot to take in.
It is, and they all have their strengths and weaknesses. Some are more specialized than others, so it really comes down to what you're trying to achieve. For example, if you're primarily focused on text-based tasks like writing product descriptions or generating blog posts, ChatGPT might be a great starting point. It's really good at understanding and responding to natural language prompts.
ChatGPT, I've heard of that one.
Yeah.
What about those other ones like DALL-E and Midjourney? I've seen some crazy cool visuals created with those.
Those are amazing for creating visuals from text descriptions. So if you're looking to generate product images or graphics for your website or social media, those will be great tools to explore. They use something called diffusion models, which is a really fascinating area of AI research.
So if I wanted to create a logo for my new e-commerce store, I could just give Daily a text prompt describing what I have in mind, and it would whip up a bunch of options for me.
Exactly. It's pretty mind-blowing what these tools can do. And then there are tools like Google Gemini that are more focused on complex data analysis and problem solving. They're designed to help you extract meaningful insights from your data and use them to make better decisions.
Okay, I'm getting the sense that choosing the right AI tool is kind of like assembling a team of specialists. Each one brings a different set of skills to the table.
That's a great way to think about it. And as your business grows and your needs evolve, you might find yourself adding new tools to your AI toolbox or swapping out old ones for newer, more advanced options. It's an ongoing process.
This is all so fascinating, but I gotta be honest,
Yeah.
part of me is still feeling a little intimidated by this whole AI thing.
Mm.
Like, what if I choose the wrong tool? Or what if I mess up the prompts and end up with a bunch of gibberish?
I think those are totally valid concerns. It's normal to feel a little apprehensive when you're venturing into new territory. The article actually addresses this directly and offers some really helpful advice for overcoming those common challenges.
Okay, lay it on me. I'm all ears. What are the pitfalls we need to watch out for?
All right, so we've covered the basics of prompt engineering and some of the challenges you might face when you're first starting out with AI. But now, let's talk about the really exciting stuff. How businesses are actually using this technology to achieve some pretty remarkable results.
Hit me with some of those AI success stories. I'm ready to be inspired.
Well, one example that really stood out to me was a company that's using AI to personalize product recommendations. And we're not just talking about your basic customers who bought this, also bought that kind of recommendations. This company is taking it to a whole new level.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
They're actually using AI to analyze things like social media activity, browsing patterns, and even real-time weather data to create hyper-personalized product recommendations.
Wait, weather data. How does that play into product recommendations?
Well, they noticed that certain weather conditions often correlated with an increase in sales for specific types of products. So, for example, if a sudden cold snap hits a particular region, their AI system might automatically start suggesting warm coats and sweaters to customers in that area.
That's so smart. It's like they're anticipating their customers' needs before they even know they have them.
Exactly. And it's not just about pushing products, it's about providing a more relevant and helpful shopping experience, which ultimately leads to happier customers and increased loyalty.
I love that.
Yeah.
And it's a perfect example of what we were talking about earlier, using AI to enhance the customer experience, not just to automate tasks or boost sales.
Absolutely. It's about finding those creative ways to use AI to add value and make a real difference for your customers. Okay, another really cool example that I think a lot of e-commerce businesses can relate to is using AI to automate customer service interactions.
Oh yeah, the chatbots. I've seen some of those popping up on websites lately. They're getting pretty sophisticated.
They really are. And a lot of companies are using them to handle a wide range of customer inquiries. Everything from answering basic questions about products and shipping to walking customers through returns or troubleshooting technical issues.
It seems like that would free up a lot of time for human customer service reps to focus on the more complex or sensitive issues that really require a personal touch.
Exactly. It's not about replacing humans altogether. It's about using AI to augment their capabilities and allow them to focus on the tasks that require uniquely human skills like empathy, critical thinking, and problem solving.
It's like giving your customer service team a superpower. Okay, what else did the article highlight?
Well, one more area that I think is particularly exciting for e-commerce businesses is using AI for market research and trend prediction.
Oh yeah, that was the part that really made my head spin. It sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie.
It kind of is, right? But it's becoming more and more of a reality. We're talking about AI systems that can analyze massive amounts of data from all sorts of sources, like social media, news articles, industry reports, and even customer reviews.
And they can use all that data to identify emerging trends and patterns that human analysts might miss.
Exactly. It's like having a team of tireless researchers working around the clock to keep you ahead of the curve. They can pinpoint what products are gaining popularity, what features customers are looking for, and even what your competitors are up to.
It's almost like having a crystal ball that can tell you what's going to be hot next season.
It's not quite magic, but it's definitely a powerful tool for gaining insights and making smarter decisions. It helps businesses anticipate market shifts, adapt their strategies, and stay ahead of the competition. And the best part is that as AI technology continues to evolve, these tools are becoming more and more accessible to even small and medium-sized businesses.
That's really encouraging to hear.
Hmm.
So we've seen how businesses are scaling with AI, from personalizing recommendations to automating tasks and even predicting the future of their industries. It's clear that AI isn't just a buzzword anymore. It's already having a huge impact. And I think what's so exciting about this whole conversation is that we're really just scratching the surface of what's possible.
I completely agree. And that's what I love about working in this field. There's always something new to learn, some new breakthrough on the horizon. It's an incredibly dynamic and fast-paced world. But I think sometimes all this talk about AI can make it seem like this distant, futuristic thing that's only accessible to big tech companies with massive budgets. And that's just not true.
Right. I think sometimes all the hype makes it harder to see how AI can actually be applied in a practical, down-to-earth way, especially for smaller businesses.
And that's why I think it's so important to focus on those real-world examples, those success stories that show how businesses of all sizes are using AI to solve problems, improve efficiency, and create better experiences for their customers.
Absolutely. So to wrap things up, I want to leave our listeners with a little challenge. Think about one area of your business where you feel stuck, where things just aren't as efficient or effective as you'd like them to be. It could be writing product descriptions, managing your social media, dealing with customer inquiries, anything that feels like a pain point.
And then ask yourself, how could I potentially use AI to streamline this process, automate some of the tedious tasks, or achieve better results?
Exactly. Don't be afraid to think outside the box. Get creative with those prompts and experiment with different tools. You might be surprised at what you can achieve. And remember, you don't have to be a tech wizard to get started with AI. There are so many resources available to help you along the way.
That's right. And don't forget, you can always reach out to us if you have any questions or need a little guidance. We're always happy to chat about all things AI and e-commerce.
Absolutely. We're all on this learning journey together, and the more we share our knowledge and experiences, the faster we'll all unlock the true potential of AI. So that's it for our deep dive into prompt engineering for e-commerce success. We hope you found it informative, inspiring, and maybe even a little bit empowering.
We'd love to hear your thoughts on this episode. What resonated with you? How do you plan to apply these ideas in your own business? Feel free to connect with us on social media or leave a comment on the dropship.com website.
And until next time, happy prompting.
That's it for today on the dropship.com podcast. We hope you got some value out of this episode. If you're looking to stay ahead in e-commerce and dropshipping, the dropship.com newsletter is where we dive deeper into the latest trends, news, and strategies. Delivered every Monday and Thursday. Don't miss it. Subscribe with the link.